Hi, everyone. Today we are going to discuss mission, vision, and strategy guiding your organization's future. As we've discussed, goal setting is essential for leadership and organizational success. Goals begin with clear mission and vision statements, which define an organization's purpose and values. These statements help guide strategy, the choices leaders make to achieve success. Goals and objectives provide benchmarks to measure progress and outcomes. Strategic management at its core is about choice, deciding what to do to achieve those goals while gaining a competitive advantage. A great example of this is Xerox. Under Anne Mulcahy's leadership, Xerox turned its business around by focusing on motivating employees, treating them as stakeholders, and aligning everyone with a clear mission. Ursula Burns built on this success by encouraging open communication, risk-taking, and teamwork. Both leaders demonstrate how clear mission, vision, and strategy can drive long-term success. Let's start by clarifying the terms mission, vision, and values. A mission statement defines the organization's purpose and values. It's about who the organization is and how it serves its stakeholders. Stakeholders include customers, employees, and investors. For example, Starbucks' mission is to inspire and nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time. In contrast, a vision statement looks to the future. It answers, where is the organization going? Vision is aspirational, what the organization wants to become. Strategy directly flows from the vision, guiding the organization's direction. Values are critical because they represent the core beliefs that guide decisions and behavior, how the mission and vision are executed. Mission and vision play three critical roles within organizations. First, communicating purpose. These statements help communicate the organization's values and purpose to stakeholders, employees, customers, and investors. For example, Google's mission clearly focuses on organizing the world's information. Second, guiding strategy. Strategy flows directly from vision. Organizations use the mission and vision to answer questions like, what do we want to achieve and how do we get there? Goals and objectives. The strategy sets clear, measurable goals and objectives so success can be tracked. Think of mission and vision as the high-level guides, while strategy translates them into actionable steps. The funnel diagram illustrates this relationship. Mission sets the foundation, vision narrows the focus, and strategy translates these ideas into concrete actions and goals. Today, we're going to explore how mission and vision link to the POLC framework: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Let's go through each area step by step. First, organizing. Mission and vision are directly connected to how we organize a company. This involves creating the right structure, assigning roles, and building a culture that aligns with the mission and vision. For example, Procter & Gamble, commonly known as P&G, had a dominant mindset of not invented here, or NIH. This meant they rejected ideas that came from outside the company. But to align with their mission of being innovative, they changed their culture to embrace external contributions. This shift in mindset made their organization more effective and supportive of their mission. Leading. Leaders play a critical role in bringing mission and vision to life. Visionary leaders communicate purpose and inspire employees to work towards the organization's goals. Think about leaders like Walt Disney or Steve Jobs. They had ambitious visions that inspired teams to achieve goals others thought were impossible. In organizations, strong leadership helps employees align their daily work with the company's mission and vision. For controlling. Finally, mission and vision are connected to the controlling function of management. Controlling involves three key steps. First, setting performance standards based on the mission and vision. Second, comparing actual performance to those standards. And third, taking corrective action when necessary. For example, if an organization's mission focuses on innovation, its performance standards might measure how many new ideas or products are developed each year. These metrics allow leaders to monitor progress and make adjustments if goals are not being met. To summarize, mission and vision serve as a guide for how a company organizes, leads, and controls its operations. They ensure that everyone, from employees to leadership, is working toward the same purpose and goals. Creativity and vision development. On this slide, we're going to discuss two critical concepts that influence mission and vision: creativity and passion. These two ideas are essential for helping organizations stand out, innovate, and inspire stakeholders. Creativity is about the power to innovate and invent. It's not just about art, but about creating new solutions and driving progress in business. DeGraff and Lawrence identified 4 types of creativity. 1. Investment. Investment focuses on speed and competition. For example, Amazon is always first to deliver. Imagination is about big breakthrough ideas. Apple is a classic example under Steve Jobs with products like the iPhone. Improvement is making things better. Toyota's lean manufacturing and McDonald's consistency show this type of creativity in action. Incubation emphasizes teamwork, sustainability, and long-term results. Gandhi used this type of creativity to drive change through collective action. Passion, on the other hand, is intense emotion that inspires action and commitment. Passion plays 2 key roles. It inspires the vision itself. Leaders with a deep emotional connection to their ideas create strong and meaningful visions. Also, it energizes others. When leaders share their passion, they inspire employees and stakeholders to work hard toward achieving the vision. Passion and engagement. Passion also connects to employee engagement. When employees are passionate about their work, they perform at their highest levels. According to a Gallup research study, 35% of U.S. employees are engaged. Creating an environment that fosters passion and creativity gives organizations a huge competitive advantage. This starts with strong leadership and clear communication of the mission and vision. Wrap up. To summarize, creativity brings innovative ideas to life, while passion provides the energy and emotional commitment to see those ideas through. Together, they make mission and vision statements powerful and inspiring tools for success. Here, we're introducing the concept of stakeholders, their importance, and a process called stakeholder analysis. This analysis helps ensure that organizations account for the needs and influences of key groups when developing strategies, missions, and visions. What are stakeholders? Stakeholders are individuals or groups who have an interest in the organization's performance and the organization's outcomes. They could be internal, like employees and shareholders, or external, such as customers, communities, and governments. For example, customers care about product quality, while investors look at profitability and stock performance. Stakeholder analysis is a tool we use to identify and evaluate the key players who will influence or be impacted by our decisions. It involves 3 critical steps. First, identify the stakeholder groups. Start by listing all individuals and groups that have a stake in the organization. This includes organizational, capital market, product market, and social stakeholders. Second, determine the effect of decisions. Assess how the organization's strategic decisions will impact each group. For instance, a new strategy might boost shareholder value but impact employee workloads. Assess power and influence. Finally, evaluate how much power each group holds. For example, shareholders or unions may have significant influence over major decisions, while frontline employees might be directly affected but have less say. So why is it important? Conducting a stakeholder analysis helps organizations create more effective mission and vision statements. By involving stakeholders early, leaders can identify risks, ensure buy-in, and increase the success of strategy implementation. To conclude, ultimately, stakeholders analysis ensures the organization considers the needs of the most critical players and proactively engages them in its strategic vision. In this slide, we're going to discuss how to craft meaningful mission and vision statements, including the steps to develop them, communicate them, and monitor their progress. A strong mission and vision can drive your organization's success, but it's not just about writing statements, it's about using them effectively. Mission and vision development steps. Let's break the process down into 4 key parts. First, start with the people who will execute the mission and vision. The process. Involve as many stakeholders as possible so they feel ownership. Guide them through the development process and assign responsibilities for implementation. Second, content. When writing a mission and vision statement, describe your organization's future, what it looks like and feels like 5 to 10 years from now. Use bold, achievable goals. Author Jim Collins calls these BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals, like America's mission to land on the moon in the 1960s. A strong mission addresses key areas. What value are you creating for customers and society? How are you improving employee experience and providing fair wages? How do you ensure a return on investment for stakeholders? Make sure to write in the present tense as if the goals are already achieved and use clear descriptive language. Effective communication is also critical. Upward, convince top leadership of the vision's merit, and then downward, gain support from employees who will implement it. Start early to build trust and identify obstacles. Across and outward, coordinate with other units inside the organization and external stakeholders like suppliers and customers. Everyone must align with the mission and vision. Monitoring. Finally, monitor progress toward your mission and vision. Identify key milestones and track them regularly. Use tools like strategic audits and metrics to measure progress. External audits can provide fresh perspectives and ensure objectivity. Celebrating milestones along the way will keep your team motivated. So why does it matter? Crafting mission and vision statements is about more than words on paper. When done right, they align goals across the organization, they communicate direction and purpose to all stakeholders, and they encourage long-term thinking and hold teams accountable for progress. Ultimately, mission and vision are tools for leadership. To work effectively, they must be created thoughtfully, communicated clearly, and monitored consistently. Developing your personal mission and vision statement. This slide introduces the importance of developing personal mission and vision statements. Unlike organizational statements, personal mission and vision reflect where you want to go and why. Think of this as creating a compass for your career or life decisions. We follow a 5-step process to ensure your mission and vision are authentic. First, identify past successes. Think about achievements at work, home, or in your community. 2, determine your core values. What are the principles and attributes that guide you? Third, identify your ideal contributions. How can you make an impact on the world, your family, friends, or employer? Fourth, set goals. Start with short-term goals, about 1 to 3 years, and then long-term goals, 10 to 30 years. Fifth, write your mission and vision statements. Combine your values, goals, and aspirations into a powerful statement. Once you've crafted your mission and vision, how do you use them? BHAG, set a bold, ambitious vision that inspires you for the next 10 to 30 years. Use your core values as a guide for making career or life decisions. Break down your vision into short-term goals and long-term milestones. Your mission and vision will evolve, so revisit them annually. Reflect on changes in your goals or life circumstances. As an example, one person's mission is to live with compassion and honesty, while their vision is to build a fitness company that changes children's lives. What is your BHAG? What difference do you want to make? Start by thinking big. Strategic management is the process by which firms achieve their mission and vision. It consists of 2 key phases: strategy formulation, this is where we decide what we should do, and strategy implementation, which answers how we can make it happen. Corporate strategy focuses on what businesses a firm should compete in. For instance, McDonald's once owned Chipotle, but chose to divest it in 2006, opting to focus only on its core brand. In contrast, business strategy focuses on how a single business competes effectively within its market. For example, McDonald's focuses on affordability and consistency to compete with brands like Taco Bell and Burger King. The slide introduces the importance of strategic management as a coordinated process for achieving long-term goals. SWOT analysis and strategic inputs. SWOT analysis is a foundational tool in strategic management that helps align internal strengths and weaknesses with external opportunities and threats. To conduct a SWOT analysis, first look at internal analysis. Identify strengths or competitive advantages and weaknesses, gaps in resources or capabilities. Tools like the value chain and VRIO framework help evaluate internal factors. For example, Disney's strengths in marketing and design are rare and difficult to imitate, giving it a competitive advantage. External analysis identifies opportunities and threats. The PESTEL framework examines the broader environment: political, economic, social, cultural, technological, environmental, and legal factors. Meanwhile, industry analysis focuses on relationships with suppliers, customers, and competitors. Combining these inputs enables businesses to create strategies that leverage strengths, address weaknesses, capitalize on opportunities, and mitigate threats. Let's start by understanding the difference between intended strategy and realized strategy. Intended strategy is what leadership plans to do. This process involves negotiation, analysis, and compromise at the top level. However, only a small portion of intended strategies, around 10 to 30% according to Mintzberg, are fully realized. A realized strategy, on the other hand, is what actually happens. Realized strategy is shaped by both deliberate factors, those planned strategies that go as intended, and emergent strategies. Emergent strategy refers to unplanned decisions and actions that arise as leaders respond to unforeseen changes. For example, at Intel, the company's critical shift away from memory chips to microprocessors wasn't a top-down directive. Instead, middle managers made decisions at the plant level that eventually became recognized as the new strategy. So how do we manage strategy creation? Organizations must balance design and emergence. In stable environments like the Catholic Church or postal services, detailed strategic planning works well. However, in volatile or unpredictable environments, like during a pandemic or war, leaders must allow for flexible emergent strategies. The best strategies combine planning, which is design, with adaptation, emergence. Leadership provides overarching guidelines and principles, while middle and lower level managers adapt as necessary to meet goals. To wrap up this chapter on strategic management, let's revisit the key points. Strategic management links an organization's vision and mission to specific goals and objectives. It's about turning aspirations into actions. We talked about two key components: strategy formulation, which answers the question, what should we do? It involves planning and deciding the direction of the organization. And strategy implementation. This focuses on how do we execute, putting the plan into action successfully. We also explored how strategies come into play. Intended strategy, what leadership originally plans. Realized strategy, the actual strategy that emerges, often influenced by emergent strategies, which arise as organizations adapt to unforeseen challenges or opportunities. A key takeaway is the need for balance. Design provides structure and clarity, while emergence allows flexibility and innovation. This balance becomes especially critical in volatile and uncertain environments. Finally, we covered tools like SWOT analysis for internal and external evaluation, VRIO for understanding competitive advantage, and PESTEL for analyzing the macro environment. The big takeaway: successful strategic management combines clear planning with flexibility to adapt. By aligning strategy with the organization's mission, vision, and goals, leaders can drive long-term success.